guys. So I got those K-Line C&O cars a couple months back, I guess, and they didn't have people in them. And I was looking for options. I know Lionel makes them, MTH makes people, RMT makes like sitting figures and stuff, but it's kind of expensive when you start adding it up. How much? I mean, you want a good amount of people in each car, and I was on Amazon, and I know there's a couple other guys on YouTube that have done that, but there's people, like sitting people on there that are 1/50th scale. And I bought some of those. I think it was 100 people for $15. And we put them in the passenger car. And I just kind of wanted to show you guys like how I did it with the K-Line cars, because they're a little bit different than how my Lionel heavyweights are. The Lionel heavyweights just had like a wire connector, so when you pulled the shell off there was just a wiring harness there. These actually have wires coming down and two brass fittings the screw goes through, tightens up and makes your connection. So I did a video on it and maybe kind of give you guys an idea to do it, but it's definitely a good option. You just gotta kind of hack their feet off or legs off to make it work, but for the price you can't go wrong. And as they go down the track, they're like, you can see them and they don't look any different than the people that are in my Lionel cars. So I'm happy with it and thought I'd kind of share the process with you guys. So thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoy.
Alright guys, so I got my K-Line passenger cars here, and I got some 1/50th scale people from Amazon. I think it was 100 people for like $15. And I'm using the Gorilla Glue, hot glue. It seems to be the best. I've had best results with it. So if you flip the cars over, you can see on the ends of the cars there's 4 screws, Phillips screws. So I'm going to take all these out. So after I got those 4 screws out, I found there was still 2 screws holding the middle, like compressor details, which go up through the interior, so you have to remove those 2 screws also. So after the 6 screws are removed, just a little bit of pressure to pull it out and it comes right out. Alright, and then as I said earlier, these are 1/50th scale, so they're a little bit bigger than O scale, so they don't fit perfectly in the seats. So I'm taking a pair of side dikes and cutting their legs off enough that they sit in the seat pretty nice, as you can see. And then I'm taking the hot glue, the Gorilla brand hot glue, putting a little dab on each figure and putting them inside. And you kind of just want to place some just to kind of make sure they're going to sit nice before you put the glue on and make a mess. Okay, and as you get them glued in, you'll see once they're glued, they're not going to go anywhere. So the hot glue works good because you can always peel it back out and stuff. If you CA glue, you're kind of messing up the plastic on the details if you would want to take them out, or if you're going to resell these cars, you don't want to damage them, and hot glue is a good way to not damage. these K-line cars were a little bit different than my Line L cars as far as the wire connector. There's little brass squares on the shell and on a frame or part that you just got to make sure that the black's the black and red's the red. And then getting these 4 screws that I said about before on the ends are a little tricky just because those 2 brass connectors kind of don't perfectly line up when you first do it. So you kind of take the screw and move it around because you don't want it to go through. You want to go through the hole, not create a new hole or slice it. So you kind of just got to mess with it. And then here's them inside looking through the windows. I think they turned out nice. So we'll get them on the layout and get them running.